After starting 3-1 and acquiring James Harden in a blockbuster trade, many thought that the Los Angeles Clippers would be one of the best teams in the Western Conference. But so far, they've started very slow with Harden. They're 0-5 since this trade, and they've lost 6 straight games. And the Clippers currently sit at 3-7 with their worst start in the last 13 years. Let's talk about it. As you guys know, the Los Angeles Clippers and Philadelphia 76ers made a blockbuster trade that sent James Harden to Los Angeles for Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, and a 2028 unprotected first-round pick. Now, a lot of people at the time were very excited about this move as they thought, wow, the Clippers already have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. Let's throw another star into the mix, and surely this will work. But not so fast. They have struggled significantly since James Harden has arrived. As I mentioned, they are 0-5 since this trade. They just dropped another game on the road to the defending champion Denver Nuggets. And this offense looks abysmal since adding James Harden to this unit. James Harden last year averaged the most assists per game in the NBA, and many people thought he would be a great facilitator for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and he still can be. But so far, this offense has been absolutely terrible with him as the starting point guard, and Russell Westbrook is taking way too much criticism for this. Before the James Harden move, they were 5th in offensive rating and 4th in defensive rating. Through this 5-game stretch since acquiring him, they're now 25th in offensive rating and 28th in defensive rating. Now, I understand it's going to take time for this unit to become more cohesive and for them to start playing at an elite level. Look at Dame and Giannis in Milwaukee. They haven't had the superior start that everybody thought they would. But the thing is, they're winning ball games, and the Clippers simply aren't. And they got to figure this out fast. At the beginning of the season, I predicted that the Los Angeles Clippers would win the Western Conference. And you look at that 4-game stretch, they had 3 disrespected superstars in Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard that all had a lot to prove now that they were finally healthy and ready to go for this new season. But once they traded for James Harden, I was very skeptical on this move for the Clippers. He's been traded from every single team that he's been on: the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Houston Rockets, the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, this dude is a walking red flag. And now you look at how the Philadelphia 76ers are thriving without him. They're 6-1 since his departure, and Tyrese Maxey's having a breakout season. He made all this noise and commotion this offseason about how Daryl Morey is a liar and about how James Harden is the system, which I think is ridiculous, to be honest, and I'm afraid he's always been the problem. But in terms of how the Clippers can turn this ship around, I think James Harden needs to come off the bench until they can figure this out. Russell Westbrook is not the problem. And when he was the starting point guard, they had one of the best offenses in all of basketball. Now, I know it was only 4 games, but still. With Harden as the starting point guard, they stink offensively. They have way too many mouths to feed, and as Ty Lue said, James Harden is being way too polite right now. I do think that things will get better for this Clippers offense, as they didn't have an offseason to train together and gel as a team, but as of right now, I really don't like this fit for James Harden on the Clippers. It was a very strong hot take when I came out and said that the Los Angeles Clippers would win the Western Conference, and if I have to be honest with you guys right now, I'm very worried about my pick. This team has the talent, the coaching, the bench to get it done. They need to figure it out ASAP. Because if not, James Harden will now tank another team. I'm Caden Kubler, and that's my take.